Hi, this is Nadeep Madhu. And today I have come up with another video, and this time the video is on a technological connections between two companies. These two companies, which I worked for almost 10-11 years. First one is NTPC around 2 years, and second one is Indian Oil Corporation Limited for 8 years 4 months. Now these two companies are of government only. These two companies are Maharatna companies having Maharatna status, which means they can take a decision of in the budget of 3000 crores in independently without the consultation of political parties, ruling political parties, and based on that they have got received this status, Maharatna status. Now, how these two companies, these two big giants, government companies, are interconnected. So I was in NTPC as a graduate executive engineer from 2009 till 2011, 2 years. So therein I saw how NTPC is operating, how they are basically creating their finished products. Now NTPC is a electricity producing company, producing electricity, fine refined electricity, having no fluctuations in the load. In earlier days, in 90s, if you talk about, then there were a lot of bad quality electricity produced. There were a lot of ups and downs in the voltage, because of which there will be voltage fluctuation early in the morning and late in the evening. But NTPC does not have that kind of voltage fluctuated produced electricity. They will give you absolutely refined electricity, which will be maintaining around 50 hertz range of frequency, having absolutely no voltage fluctuation. So amazing electricity producing company, removing all the bad quality produced electricity of 90s. And now I joined in 2009. So post 2000 era, there were no voltage fluctuated electricity. So NTPC produces electricity, and Indian Oil acts as a raw material provider to NTPC Limited. What are the raw materials through which NTPC is generating electricity? There are various forms of raw materials which would help to generate electricity for NTPC. The first is solid fuel. What kind of solid fuel NTPC requires? NTPC requires coal or pet coke based on upgradation of the boiler. Second is the liquid fuel. What kind of liquid fuel does NTPC require to generate electricity? The liquid fuel is HFSD, high flash, high speed diesel, and furnace oil. These are the two liquid fuels which actually NTPC requires to generate electricity. Then gas. What kind of gas is required to produce electricity? NTPC requires naphtha gas. So these are the three fuels which NTPC actually requires to produce electricity: solid coal or pet coke, liquid HFSD or furnace oil, or gas naphtha gas. Now when we are talking about coal power plant, therein coal powered plant will be producing electricity. When we are talking about gas power plant like Badarpur in nearby Delhi, then Anta in Rajasthan, they use gas to produce electricity. And obviously in solid fuel based power plant, we need liquid fuel as well, HFSD and furnace oil. So I'm not going to tell you the entire supply chain of NTPC Limited on a graphical basis, but I will tell you on a verbal basis, because it is a graduate subject, and probably I'm not from that background right now, and the modification which have taken place over the years. I joined in 2009, and Thereafter, I in 2011 went to MBA. Only 2 years, and it's been 15 years past. So it is not the right way to give a 15 years backdated for theoretical as well as practical experience to my audience. So I'll not give you the graphical representation of entire supply chain sequence of NTPC, but verbally I can give you a glimpse, some sort of idea. So what happened is that NTPC procures raw material, coal, from nearby coal mining place. Chhattisgarh Korba is a very well-known coal mining place. So from there they will be, as well as Australia. So there are various form of coals being used for power plant electricity production. The immediate coal which India actually produces is called peat coal. Peat coal is a very low graded, having low graded calorific value, and which does not have that much of ignition possibilities, and they require very high graded calorific value coal, and that coal is anthracite coal, and that coal will be procured from Australia. Australia is renowned for producing high graded calorific value coal, and it will be delivered to various port location of India. So in eastern region, I worked in NTPC Farakka as well as Korba. So in Korba, getting a raw material in the form of coal, solid fuel coal, was very easy because nearby coal mining place was there. But in NTPC Farakka, the immediate coal used to come from nearby port location only, and that port location was Paradip port. So Paradip port was is a mineral port. So iron ore, coal from Australia will be delivered at Paradip port, and from wagon inside the port it will be delivered to various NTPC locations. Talcher, Odisha. Paradip was in Odisha. So Talcher NTPC, Kania NTPC, and NTPC Farakka, West Bengal, through wagon, Indian Railway wagon. So this is just a simple starting point of sourcing. In supply chain, we, as everybody knows, there are various parts: sourcing, then you procure, then you produce, and then logistic part. So in terms of sourcing, NTPC gets the raw material coal, as well as nowadays whatever I have understood over the years, 15 years have been passed. Pet coke from Indian Oil Corporation is also being mixed in coal, and it is being powdered. So some sort of I think increasing the calorific value of Indian coal as well can be used, or maybe probably now after 15 years it is being used. So that kind of possibilities may be harnessed right now. So Indian Oil delivers pet coke also, because when I was in Paradip refinery, that in possibility of delivering pet coke to various plant as well as industries, steel industry, cement industry, iron industry, and probably in small power plant generation also in the plant. So through that operational activity, I have understood that NTPC requires pet coke also in along with coal. If it is a low graded coal, then it will be mixed with pet coke. So this is the solid fuel which Indian Oil also actually provides to NTPC. Now the liquid fuel which we are saying, HFHSD, furnace oil, these two fuels are being directly being delivered by Indian Oil Corporation Limited. HFHSD, high flash, high speed diesel, and furnace oil. These are the two products, basically a low grade products being generated at the various refineries. In Eastern India, we have Haldia refinery, Paradip refinery. So these are the two refineries producing good quality furnace oil of various variants. There are, right now I don't remember the variants, two variants of furnace oil are being produced along with HFSSD. These two products are being used or being produced from refineries through fractionating distillation column, a very a very chemical related filtration process, which we have perhaps studied in our primary school also. Distillation process. So they use a refined fractionating distillation process through which various grade of fuels, furnace oil, HFHSD, HSD, diesel, petrol, based on demand and supply, are being produced. So Indian Oil gives HFHSD and furnace oil to various plant locations. The immediate plant location is NTPC Farakka, NTPC Talcher, Kania. From eastern India, Paradip if I talk about. So these are the two immediate NTPC locations wherein Indian Oil provides raw materials, HFHSD and furnace oil, directly for production of electricity in NTPC Limited. There are other NTPC plants also, gas plants, which require naphtha gas. And naphtha gas also is being delivered by NTPC, Indian Oil Corporation Limited. In fractionating distillation process, at the top of the column, naphtha gas is getting generated. It will run this naphtha gas will be delivered to NTPC gas power plant. Gas power plant does not have any generator, they have gas turbine. So the gas turbine will be run by naphtha gas of Indian Oil Corporation Limited. The raw material is naphtha gas, and by running the gas turbine, which runs on Brayton cycle, a typical thermodynamic cycle through which power is generated, and that power will be transferred into electrical power through generator. So that's it, very simple. So you can understand Indian Oil provides 4 basic raw materials for NTPC Limited, and NTPC Limited basically convert these raw materials into finished product, and the finished product is electricity. And that electricity, once being produced, it will be fed into the grid, electrical grid, and that electrical grid, which goes everywhere, every nook and corner of the country. In eastern region, everywhere you will see grid. Even in Kolkata, if I talk about, at Rajarhat town also, you can see electrical grid, big tower like structure. So very simple, this kind of electricity, once being produced, is being delivered to various locations, at our house, at industry, at small kirana stores, in stadium, everywhere it is being delivered. So once electricity is being produced, as you know, basic principle, energy can not be stored, it can be transformed from, energy cannot be destroyed, it can be transformed from one form to another form. So that way the energy is immediately being fed to the required location, at home, at stadium, at offices, everywhere, and that way we get the electricity, we enjoy the benefits of electricity. So very simple. Indian Oil provides 4 basic raw materials: pet coke, solid fuel, liquid fuel, HFHSD, furnace oil, and gas fuel, naphtha gas, to NTPC Limited to produce electricity to be used in each and every nook and corner of our country, home, stadium, offices, everywhere, streets. So that's all. I believe I have given you a glimpse of how these two giant companies, government companies, are interconnected. Each and every day, NTPC generate required amount of energy for the entire nation, India. And each and every day, Indian Oil Corporation Limited produces raw materials to be fed to NTPC power plants, and that way Indian Oil and NTPC are firmly connected to each other. Without the collaboration of these two giants, NTPC Limited and Indian Oil Corporation Limited, our life at home, at offices, on street is not going to be easy. It's very pathetic. Once our electricity will go off, because our entire nation cannot be supported by solar energy or hydro energy. We have lesser amount of hydro energy, we have lesser amount of solar radiation at various location of our country. Only I think on the western part, if you talk about, only Rajasthan will be the sufficient place or the right place. So that's all. So these two companies are firmly connected. Each and every day they collaborate with each other smoothly, such that our life at home, at offices, on street becomes smooth. We have understood how these two giants are firmly connected to each other, and probably with their uh, more collaboration, we will be generating electricity delivered at our required places free of cost. If the collaboration between these two companies will be strengthened in the future, then our delivered electricity at home, at offices, on street will be absolutely free. So I think probably the target would be such that the collaboration of these two giants would be so smooth that the production cost of this entire electricity from various sources, solid, liquid or gas, will become absolutely free. Will be given electricity at our home absolutely free of cost. So I'm finger crossed for that day, and probably in the future, very soon, our delivered electricity at home will be charged nothing, free. So that's all. If you feel like giving a thumbs up to this video, please do so, and please subscribe my channel Ronnie's Identity in YouTube, and stay tuned for more updates and videos in the future. I wish you nice day. Bye.